The AllStar app, the #1 app in the business. UFC, Bellator, One Championship, PFL, and more. Get the app right now. Link in description. Let's do it. November 5th, you're returning to action in Las Vegas against Darrick Minner. What are your thoughts on him and his style and the matchup?
所以啊，沙耶兰11月5号又要重新比赛了，来到拉斯维加斯，对手是叫 Darrick Minner 这个对手。对这场比赛你怎么看？对这个对手有什么了解吗？
对，这个对手也是一个老将嘛，然后他比赛经验也多，比赛场数也多嘛。我感觉就是他也是摔跤手嘛，就是我也是摔跤手，会是一场精彩的比赛。
Yeah, I know my opponent Derek. He is a veteran. He has a lot of fight experience, almost like 40 fights, and fight a long time in the UFC as well. So, and he's a wrestler. I'm a wrestler as well. So, good matchup. I think it will be a excited fight.
You actually have more fights than him, but he does have a lot of fights. What makes your experience different from his?
所以啊，你说他比赛这个经验多，其实你比赛经验也挺多的，对吧？你比赛场次也不少，所以
对，
你觉得在经验上自己会比他有什么优势吗？或者
对，其实我比赛比他打得多嘛，然后我也慢慢的适应这个两级，然后也适应了 UFC，呃，特别是就是 IPAX 吧，我在那里打了已经3场比赛，这是第4场，所以各方面感觉就是各方面都没问题嘛。
yeah, I fight I fight more fights than him, yeah, on my record. So and now I'm start used to fight in the featherweight because before UFC I fight in lightweight. Now I start used to fight in featherweight. Start used to the pace of UFC and as well also my last 3 fights all in Apex. So I used to the Apex environment. So I think I feel better and better fighting the UFC, fighting the Apex. So this fight should be all good for me.
Yeah, you talked about adjusting to the weight to featherweight. I believe after the Sean Soriano fight, were there problems with making the weight, or was it just stepping into the cage and performing the best that you can?
所以啊，你也说到这个，你越来越适应这个羽量级，就是66。之前其实你一直打77，那么进入 UFC 之后打66，你觉得体重这些事儿一开始对你来说是一个挑战吗？会比较困难吗？
对，就是一开始就是体重是个大问题嘛，我平时就是81、82降下来，然后第一场比赛就是各种，而且时差什么就导致了影响嘛，然后慢慢的适应减重训练，而且最近半年了一直就是在美国训练嘛，就各方面都非常适应。
Yeah, the weight cutting for me cut down to 145 as the biggest challenger since I entered the UFC. So I walks around about 81, 82 kilograms. So cut down to 145 pounds. It's a big challenge. So uh, my first UFC fight was the toughest weight cut I ever been. So I lost that fight, and also because of like things like jet lag, a lot of new things. But now the weight cutting process is getting better and better. And for this fight, I've been in the US since May this year. So I train, eat, everything goes very well. So I think the weight cutting is being easier right now.
Your style is Greco-Roman wrestling. Your opponent is the American folk style wrestling. How useful has your wrestling been against someone like his style? And you probably have a lot of training partners at Killcliff as well that has that style.
所以啊，他刚才说你也提到了，你和对手都是摔跤手，但你是练这个古典跤出身，对手呢是这种美式的这种大学摔跤，类似自由跤这种风格。所以 那你觉得你们俩的这个摔跤风格的碰撞上，你会怎么来应对它？然后同时你在Sanford这边训练有没有很多的摔跤手给你做陪练？
对，这边也有很多的高手，就是高水平的摔跤手，不管是就是打 UFC 的选手也多嘛，然后来这边训练也是一种提高。我感觉摔跤这方面，我感觉是我的优点嘛，不管他是多么厉害的摔跤手，而且我最近也是，大家都看到了，战力方面也是各种提高，
嗯
所以我感觉我现在已经很全面了，不管站立或者摔跤。
嗯
对，
，Yeah, there are a lot of high-level wrestlers at Kill Cliff Fight Club, and so not only in the UFC, in other promotions, a lot of good wrestlers who helped me wrestle. So I think wrestling now is a strong point, my advantage over anybody. So I don't fear wrestle with anybody in the UFC. And meanwhile, I improved a lot on my striking. So I would say now I'm a pretty well-rounded MMA fighter. So I think I'm more ready than before for this upcoming fight.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier you went to the U.S. earlier this year to train, and you're in Southern Florida. Why did you decide to go there? Is it just because of the the weight, or is it other parts of or other reasons?
所以啊，那你也说到，今年其实5月份就来美国训练了，然后来到这个三 r 的。那当时为什么选择来这儿训练？是因为出于什么原因呢？
嗯，是因为我之前本来就是去年跟那个乔恩索雷亚诺
嗯
跟他打之前，我是就想来这，就是因为钱德勒嘛，我喜欢他的风格，然后就是想跟他学习，就去年就想来这里训练的，但是我的对手在这里，然后就没来成嘛，然后
嗯
最后今年的话就是两个他们也就是提前来这边，然后我也正好想在这里训练，然后就是来这边。
嗯。Yeah, actually, I was thinking about come to Kill Cliff, Sanford at that time last year, before the Shawn Soriano fight, because I like Michael Chandler, because Michael Chandler is training here. I like him a lot. But Shawn is training at Sanford,
Yeah.
so I cannot come here. So I went to another gym. But this year,
采访。
because my teammate back in China, Li Jingliang, they will, and with my other teammate, they will come to the US as well. They will come to Sanford MMA. So I just come together with them. So that's why I choose training there.
How was it training with Sean Soriano after you fought him? Because it's like right after you fought him, you went there.
所以那你跟那个双人索里安现在俩人是一块练吗？平时那感觉上有什么会不一样吗？因为你们之前打过。
对，平时训练就是他在这边就是教练嘛，然后平时也是跟我们一起训练，然后最近也帮助就是我备战比赛嘛，就是比赛嘛，现在就是场下就是很好的朋友。
Yeah, fight is fight. We're only opponent in the octagon. Now we are friends now. He is also a coach at Kill Cliff. I
Yeah.
mean, so he's a fighter and a coach as well. So he helps me a lot for this camp. So yeah, now we are good. We are friends now.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know how you guys can fight, and
对，
he's
他的
always everybody always talks.
战力是很棒的。
And he said his striking is very good. His
Yeah.
striking skill level is very good.
Yeah. Everybody always talks about how good of a coach he is. You know, he's a very good fighter as well. You know, is that who you mainly work with your striking?
所以那索里亚诺是平时主要帮你训练，尤其是提高战力的这个陪练或者教练之一吗
对，战力
？Yes.
方面就是在帮助。
Yeah, he's the major coach who works on striking.
who are the other training partners? There's so many guys there, right? Bantamweights, featherweights, lightweights. Who do you work with
所以
the
所以
most?
其他人还有谁是你日常的训练的，就是陪练一起练的？因为那儿太多了，这种就是66、70的人，所以平时你都跟谁练？
对，平时也是人也很多嘛，就是就是不同的打法，然后也跟千德他们一起就是对练嘛。但是他最近在比赛，所以我找的就是有些摔跤手嘛，就是名字说不出来。
Yeah, I cannot remember all the names of my training partners, but yeah, there are a lot of guys. So we can train with different type of fighters, we have different training partners. Even Michael Chandler, before he booked the fight in November, we trained together, sparring together. But now he has his own fight a week later than mine, so we haven't sparring together. But yeah, there are just a lot of fighters I can train together with.
Southern Florida, it's a beautiful place. The weather is the same all year round. Compared to Asia right now, it's cold, really cold, right? So how has the life been for you down there in Southern Florida?
所以你对那个佛罗里达那边的生活还适应吗？尤其那儿好像天气还不错，一年四季都比较暖和，比较湿润，是吧？你对那儿环境怎么样？生活还适应吗？
对环境这方面都适应的很好，就是刚开始来这边有点热嘛，然后就是现在，然后反正都适应的很好。
Yeah, no, everything is beautiful here, good weather, good place, and I used to everything here right now. The environment. When I just came here, yeah, still a little bit. It's too hot and too humid, and now everything is good for me.
So training down there, it's like one of the best gyms in the world. They pretty much have everything you need. Compared to training in China, what are you doing differently? Like, what have you added to your training camp? Like, is it recovery? S&C? What is it exactly?
所以啊，在三佛的这儿训练，这也算是这个最顶级的这个拳馆之一了。那在这儿训练和你之前，比如在国内训练，有没有什么不同？包括每天训练的这些项目啊，跟以前在国内训练，你觉得有没有什么区别？
区别就是在这里就是各方面的就是水平上不一样吧。因为在国内训练的时候，平时我摔跤什么都是基本没有就是人就是不被我摔嘛。然后在这边你随便跟抓一个人，他就不会轻易的让你摔。然后就是各方面都是水平挺高的。
Yeah, I think the training regime, everything we are doing here, basically same as what we did in China, but the difference is the level and the quality. Back in China, nobody can wrestle with me. I am, I could say the best guy. But here, well, so many good wrestlers, good fighters, good training partners. So yeah, I think the biggest difference is the level and the quality of training.
How does that feel for you? You go to the gym, before you were the top dog, and now you go to the gym, you are just, there's guys just as good as you, or maybe even better. So the some days you have good days, some days you have bad days, with training. How does that feel for you? It must feel good because that's what you wanted.
所以那到这个新环境对你训练，对你比如说心态，你觉得跟以前在国内有什么变化吗？因为以前在国内你可能是最好的或者最好的之一，然后来了这儿呢，身边的人都跟你差不多好，或者甚至比你还好。然后有时候日常训练实战，你也有可能被别人虐，所以这种心态上你在训练，你觉得有变化吗？跟在国内？
对，这个是肯定的，心态方面就是一种很大的提高。刚开始来这边的时候 就是刚才说的，在中国的话，就是在怎么说呢？之前
没有人
就是不
打得过你。
没有跟这么多就是高水平的人一起训练过嘛，然后在这边
嗯
见到他们，然后见到那些冠军的选手，
嗯
都是心理方面都是一种就是自信嘛，对自己，然
嗯
后跟他们一起训练，然后出去比赛也是对自己有很大的信
嗯。
心。
Yeah, I think it's training with those high level guys helped me a lot on the mental side. So as I mentioned before, back in China, I was one of the best on the mat. So now when I was in Florida, so many good guys and champions are training here as well. When you spar and train together with those champions, no matter you win or lose during the sparring, it can help you to build your confidence. You experience the champion level or the highest level of training of sparring, the intensity of training. So when you fight with other guys, you know I can handle that. I can handle all this because I train with the best. So it helps me a lot uh, on my confidence.
And before this fight, you signed a management deal with Paradigm, and then you signed a new contract with the UFC. You know, when you finally get that new contract, does it feel like there's a weight off your shoulders heading into your next fight?
是吧？就是在这场比赛之前呢，你也就是签了经纪公司，然后跟 UFC 也签了一份新的合同。然后签了新合同之后，有没有觉着自己心里的压力好像轻松点了？因为又签了一份新的合同，好像就是压力能够让自己小一点。
对，这个肯定是有的，因为我现在就是签了新的合同以后，就是可以就是稳定的站在 UFC 嘛，这个是很重要的。就是接下来的比赛也是，不用会担心我会放开的，就是
嗯
打出自己就是想要的结果，打好自己的比
嗯。
赛，就是慢慢的往上来。
Yeah, of course, sign a new contract with UFC to will help me to have less pressure. So it makes me feel more secure because okay, I can stay in the UFC. I don't worry about okay, how about if I lose this fight? Will they cut me or just cannot stay in the UFC anymore? So now okay, I got a new modified contract. I will be here for a while. So I can just keep focus on training, focus on fighting, focus on just show the best side of myself. So yeah, of course, it's make me feel better.
Now you leveled up, you know, you have a little bit less pressure. So how do you expect to perform against Darrick Minner?
所以啊，那么针对这场比赛，咱们也跟高水平的选手一起训练了很长时间，然后现在也签了新的合同跟 UFC，也没有那么大的压力了，可以放松心态的展现自己。那所以你觉得这场比赛你会打出一个什么样的比赛？这场比赛会是一个什么样的场面？
这场比赛就我肯定会像就是中介的方式来迎接这场比赛，而且我也会证明自己的。就前2场也是就是各种不适应嘛，然后都是判定，然后这次我会带来一场就是终结。
Yeah, I'm looking for finish for this fight. So for my previous two fights, two wins, I won by decision. I think because of some reasons like injury or just not used to the environment, jet lag, things like that. I didn't finish my opponent. So this time, I think everything goes very well, and I'm looking for the finish and to show everyone I have the ability to finish my opponent.
What are your plans after the fight? Are you going to stay in the US and continue training, or are you going to go back to China?
所以呢，打完这场比赛，那接下来的计划是什么呢？是接着在美国训练，还是回国休息一阵儿，还是怎么样？
我想的就是本来想的今年就是多打几场比赛嘛，然后上一场比完赛有点小伤，然后这次比完赛就是想回国休息一段时间，然后明年出来继续。
Yeah, I was thinking about to be like be active this year, just fight more. But after my last fight, I got some injury, just little injury. So after this fight, I will go back to China, have a break, have a rest, and then come back next year.
Yeah, there's some nice fight cards for that side of the world. You got February. There's two cards. There's Korea, and then there's Australia in Perth. Does that interest you?
所以啊，那么明年年初有很多在亚洲的比赛，现在已经传出来，就2月份有韩国站，然后还有澳大利亚站。所以那你会考虑想打就是韩国站或澳大利亚站的比赛吗？你觉得有兴趣吗？
我感觉我打完这一场以后，就是想的明年4月或者5月份再打一场，
Okay.
就是
My thought is, I will return to fight like after this fight. I will come back like April or May next year, so won't be that early. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. November 5th, UFC Fight Night in Las Vegas. If you want to know more about the event, go download the AllStar app in the descriptions. Thank you so much for the time and all the best in the fight.